Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our FPL videos. Obviously, as you guys know now, there's been a rebrand. We're still doing the FPL stuff. I'm looking forward to chatting with you guys for game week 6 and the team selection. But yeah, how you doing, Jordan? How's your week been so far?
Yes, so far so good. Obviously, a difficult week in terms of football and fantasy, but nonetheless, it's been great. Obviously, apologies in advance for last week where we didn't stream Game Week 5. We sort of got uh, busy at some point
Mhm.
and we didn't have time to do it, but obviously, we're back in Game Week 6 to
Yeah.
continue. So, yeah, apologies for that in advance.
Let's quickly discuss the current game week that just went, which was game week 5. We'll do a quick recap. Um, it wasn't a great week for a lot of people. If I'm being honest, the average was 42 points, and I got 42 points, so I hit the average. So it was a low scoring week for a lot of people. Um, in goal, I had Sells, who got me 3 points after his 1-1 draw, I believe, against Burnley. So nothing really to shout about there. At the back line, again, nothing really to say. No clean sheets for Fulham. Spurs also conceded 2 to Brighton, and then Burnley conceded to Forest as well. So no clean sheets at the back, unfortunately. Moving into the midfield five, I did have Salah as my captain, and we know Salah did get an assist for Liverpool's first goal for Gravenberch. Salah comes away with the 10 points as my captain. Semenyo did pick up a assist, was it? I believe. Not an assist. He got a defensive contribution, 2 points, and then he got a clean sheet point as also in a nil-nil draw v Newcastle. The disappointing one was Florian Wirtz, who was benched for this fixture. He came on and played, I believe, about half an hour. But yeah, unfortunately, didn't get any points. As when he came on, I think he also picked up a yellow card. So yeah, 0 points for there, and he will be going out my team now. I've given him 5 weeks, and the plan was always to move Wirtz out in around 6. It's not paid off, but it is one of those. Rogers again, another blank. 1-1 draw. Sunderland, Villa have had a terrible start. It's fair to say no wins in their first 5. Will they get their first win against in the next one? We'll have to wait and see. Reinders did really well. My highest scoring player, single or in terms of like single points. Reinders got 9 points for me, so he did get the assist against Arsenal. Lovely assist to Haaland. Great goal. Also got defensive contribution points, and he got 2 bonus. So yeah, really nice there from Reinders. And then up front, it's more disappointment really. João Pedro blanks after their 2-1 loss to Man United. Chelsea down 10 men, and then Man United also down to 10 after that. Um, and then Watkins has been a huge, huge disappointment. I thought I'd give him time. I thought I'd give him the Sunderland fixture to see if he can turn it around. He's got Fulham next, so yeah, there's no chance Watkins will be in my team. He will be going out, and I will be making some, pretty drastic transfers that you guys will see shortly. I plan on taking out quite a few of my players, which I'll come on to in a second. So yeah, all in all, 42 points. Nothing really on the bench. I had Dorgu on the bench, 5.0, which was a bit annoying. I didn't play him. Dubravka also got me 4 points, which outscored Cells. So yeah, 42 all out. Pretty bad week, one to forget. And I'm hoping game week 6 can be a lot better. How was your game week, Jordan? Any better than that?
Oh, I'd like to say so, but yeah, no, it wasn't at all any better for me. Obviously, the total I got was 35 points. So yeah, let's break down quickly what those 35 points go to. Obviously, starting off, this was the beginning of the carnage of this game week. So obviously, Sanchez got a -3 for taking out in Burmo, and that led to a straight red because it was a goal opportunity for obviously the Man United players. So yeah, I didn't start off the week at all great. -3 points. I think that was within a few couple of minutes as well of the game starting. So straight away, Sanchez giving me negative points. Moving on to obviously the back three. Unless you had a Bournemouth or Newcastle player in the game week, then that was the only clean sheet because every other team, obviously both teams did score in every other match. So obviously Gabriel, only 2 points with him. Van Dijk, obviously the defensive contributions gave him the extra 2 points onto his total of 4, and obviously Munoz on 2 points. So I won't go too much into defensive, obviously clean sheets, because there was only Bournemouth and Newcastle who had any in that game week. So quickly moving on to the midfield, Kudos with 7 points for the 2 assists. He did get a yellow card too, but yeah, again, a great performance from the Spurs player who newly transferred over from West Ham to Spurs. So obviously that transfer is working out really well for them. Rodgers, again, I think Aston Villa scored their first goal. Despite that, they still drew against Sunderland, who had 10 men. They somehow conceded a goal with a newly promoted team. But again, Sunderland have been doing really well this season. Their new transfers that they bought in the transfer market have paid off so far. But it has been very underwhelming from Aston Villa, who are currently in the relegation area. But yeah, I think Rodgers is now, that was the last chance I think I've given him in my team. I think a lot of people who have Aston Villa players have given the last chance from that Sunderland game as well. Moving on to something more uplifting, obviously Salah with 10 points. Again, just an assist from that game. Was a tough one against obviously Arsenal, but they have got it across the line. Liverpool, they found the way. Was a bit nerve-wracking. Again, one of those late goals to get them the 3 points, but still, to this point, Liverpool are unbeaten. Finally, Grealish for 1 point. He did pick up a yellow card in that Merseyside derby. So yeah, nothing really expected much from that game. It was a tough one for obviously Everton, but yeah, a great game nonetheless. Everton could have clinched a draw against Liverpool. And finally, moving on to the front three, João Pedro, Gyökeres, both are obviously with blanks, no goals for them this week. The only point I did get from the front three were Mateta for the goal he scored against West Ham in that 2-1 victory. So yeah, great record obviously Mateta has against West Ham. So yeah, nice result from him. On the bench, no points missed out this week. Darlow on 3, Van der Ven on 1, and obviously Donovan and Wan-Bissaka on 0 points. So nothing missed there on the bench. In total, obviously, it is 35 points, so I am way below average. No thanks to, obviously, Sanchez taking away some points for his -3. And currently on the red arrow, down to 3.2 million overall ranks. So, yeah, not the best game week, let's say, for a lot of us.
Okay, so that's our game week 5 out the way. Let's bring up our team selection for game week 6. I'll bring up my team first. Can you guys see that? Zoom in a bit more. Is that better? Yes, I think that's a lot better. I'll quickly read out my 11 currently. So in goal, I have Sells, who has Sunderland at home. I am playing a back three of Anderson, Pedro Porro, and Esteve. He's got Man City away as well, which isn't the best fixture. Pedro Porro has Wolves at home, and Anderson has Villa away. So not too fussed with that defense. I could play a Dorgu against Brentford, which I think I probably will. Murillo is injured, I believe, still. He's flagged, so I don't know if he's back or not. So Dorgu against Brentford, I'll probably play. In the midfield 5, I've got Salah against Palace. I've got Semenyo against Leeds. Wirtz, who will come on to Rodgers and Reinders. Now, I'll quickly talk about the transfer plans in a second. But Salah, I think it's a tough fixture for Liverpool. Palace away. Palace are unbeaten in 17 in all comps. So it will be interesting to see how Liverpool do. Obviously, Liverpool are 5 for 5. Can they make it 6? We'll see. Obviously, Ekitike will be missing that one because he got sent off in the Carabao Cup game, so he won't be available. So Isak will have to start this one. I think his first Premier League start should be interesting to see. But I am looking forward to it. Semenyo, again, I'm happy with the fixture. Leeds is a decent game. Reinders is Burnley at home. I think is a good fixture for Reinders. I'm happy to own him for this one. Wirtz and Rodgers, I'm not going to speak too much about because they both will be getting sold from my team. And then up front, I've got João Pedro and Watkins. João Pedro, again, I think it's a decent fixture. Going back to his former team, Brighton at home. I hope he can get something in this one. And I do have faith that Chelsea can get a goal or two in this game with the way Brighton play. And then Watkins, again, I'm not going to speak about him much because he's also getting sold. So as you guys know, I have 3 free transfers. I've rolled a transfer for the last 3 weeks. So that's why my rank's not been great. I thought I'd just give players chances, but now I'm going to start making some moves, I think, hopefully clawing back my rank. On the bench, a couple of flags, Murillo, Mark Gui, and Esteve. And Dubravka's got City. So quickly moving on to transfer plans. This is what I'm thinking of doing. Let me know, Jordan, your thoughts. So
Yes.
Verts will go off the team. Watkins will go off the team, and also I said Rogers. I've had a lot of price decreases as well, as you guys know, because I lost 0.2 on Watkins, I've lost 0.3 on Verts, and I've lost 0.1 on Rogers. So it's a lot of money that I've lost there, unfortunately, by holding these players. But in attack, won't come as a surprise. Haaland, he's currently flagged, but Man City have literally about 5 minutes ago tweeted a picture of Haaland in training. So I'm not worried about Haaland, and he's got Burnley at home. He will be my captain. Once I bring him in, obviously Salah's currently captain, but he will go to Haaland once I've gone. So I will be reverting to Salah Haaland draft. In midfield, I have 2 options left with 12.5 million. I am thinking of bringing in Dewsbury Hall of Everton, who's cheap. I think he's decent for his price, and I think his fixtures are in a West Ham next, so it's not a bad one. I'm going to take a punt on him. And the other player I'm looking at is the new signing at Spurs, Javi Simons, who's got Wolves at home. And then he's got Leeds after that. So it's one of those punts I'm taking, quite low owned. I'm hoping it can pay off. And that still leaves me with 0.4 in the bank. So that would be the team. Haaland, Javi Simons coming in, as well as Dewsbury Hall. And I would play a 3-5-2 again. And that looks a lot better. I mean, obviously, having Haaland back is big. And I'm going to keep Salah, I think. I know Salah's got a little bit of a fixture swing, Palace, Chelsea, United. But I think I'll keep Salah for now. And obviously, we'll see what I do if I wildcard, etc. next week. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the team for me at the moment.
Yeah, I can't argue with those. Obviously, transfers get me to the double Aston Villa, which hasn't paid off. Obviously, 1 goal they've scored in 5 games. And also bringing in Haaland. I'm kind of nervous now because I can't do what you've done. Obviously, bringing in Haaland and taking out midfielders for him to fund the move. So, yeah, bit of in a difficult situation with Haaland. I'm hoping he doesn't go crazy at Burnley, but so far this season he's been on top of his game so far.
Yeah, Haaland's scored quite a lot of goals. I think 5 already, I believe.
Yeah, 5. I think he's matched João Pedro as well on goals at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's top scorer. So yeah, I think Haaland's going to be important going forward. Looking at he was really good against Arsenal. I thought the fixtures look pretty nice for City, and he's sort of their main man. So I do want to have Haaland for this run-in. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So that's the 3 free transfers I've used up. That leaves me again 0.4, and a team looks a lot stronger. I'm so glad to see the back of Watkins and Rogers. Obviously, have had pretty terrible seasons so far. Aston Villa struggling, and going with them has sort of pushed me into that bad start I've had. But I'm hoping I can turn it around. I've not used any chips either, so wild card, free hit, etc. We get 2 of each. The chip strategy is going to be interesting this year. We're going to have to start playing them a lot earlier than we normally do. But yeah, what's your plans anyway, Jordan? With let's go on to your team. And how many free transfers sort of do you have?
Give me one momento.
So is that your team?
Yeah, that is the team. Just before I get into it, I have made an early transfer just because of the price difference in this move. So the goalkeeper move, I originally had Sanchez, as you know, but I took him out for Donnarumma.
Donnarumma, okay.
The Man City goalkeeper, and in place of him, I could have easily played Darlow because obviously Sanchez only misses 1 match from that red card, but I thought for the long-term prospect, I think he is a better goalkeeper to go with. So he's the only change I've made. I am doing one more transfer move, but before I discuss that, I'll just read through what my team is previewing, obviously for Game 6. So obviously in the back three, we've got Gabriel, Van Dijk, and Van der Ven. I think all with relatively nice fixtures. Obviously, Gabriel against Newcastle away should be obviously a nice
Tough
one.
game, I think.
Sorry,
I think it's a tough game. Newcastle
it
away.
is a tough game, but again, it's a must-win one for Arsenal if they want to keep in
Yeah.
contention with the title for Liverpool. So yeah, they got to be on that game with that and possibly make some gambles because at the moment Arteta is sort of playing it safe. I feel like in his team. So yeah, very important game. I think it's the same for obviously Liverpool as well. Who've got Crystal Palace away. Not the easiest fixture, and we've seen Liverpool leak a few goals here and there. Late minute drama that has just about got them past the finishing line to get those 3 points. So yeah, will we see another drama at Crystal Palace? We'll have to see. But again, it's going to be a tough game away. And then we've got Van der Ven, who's got Wolves at home. Yeah, feeling very positive about this fixture. Wolves are really struggling. It looks like they are looking like it's early now to say, but it looks like they are going to get relegated, I think, because they're in that sort of danger zone. They're not really there. The team is not up to scratch, and yeah, they're conceding a lot of goals. So against Spurs at home, looks strong. Possibly maybe a double haul for Van der Ven if he does get an attack return on top of the clean sheet too. Moving on to the midfield selection, so we've got Kudus, Rogers, Salah, and Grealish in the midfield. So obviously, teammate Kudus rules at home again. Nice fixture for him after the previous one. Yeah, expecting maybe a return from that game too. Rogers, on the other hand, I'm not going to speak about him because he is part of my transfer plans. So moving on to Salah, who is my captain against Crystal Palace away. I'm sticking to my guns with Salah. I think this season I want to see where I sort of stand in terms of my rank when I've been captain Salah most game weeks. Might be the one and off opportunity I don't, but you'll find that most game weeks I am going to captain Salah despite the fixture. Finally, moving on to Grealish, who has West Ham at home. Now, obviously, again, you didn't see this transfer because it was the week before this game week where we didn't stream. I did take out in Dye. Sort of a sideways move when you think of it because it does replace the player with Grealish, who obviously plays with the same player and the same team. But I kind of went with the move because I saw Ndai yellow flagged and expected not to start, and he ended up starting, but he did blank regardless.
He got an assist as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did get an assist in the end, so he did outscore Grealish, but I don't frown upon the choice. I still think Grealish is a good option going forward. Moving on to the front three, you got João Pedro, Gyökeres, and Mateta. Again, João Pedro, most of us have him in the team. It's got Brighton at home. Unless you really captain him, it doesn't really make difference of him being in the team as he is template. So, yeah, bounce back from the Man United's loss, I think, for Chelsea against Brighton at home. Gyökeres has Newcastle away. If I'm honest, he hasn't really got my cylinders firing for him yet. He's sort of wait and see what I do with him, but at the moment, I'm going to leave him in the team and see how he gets on for Arsenal because he's scoring goals here and there, but in terms of goal involvement and being on the ball, not very much for Arsenal, which I half anticipated, but we'll see. Mateta is the last option with Liverpool at home. So yeah, big game for this player here. Salah versus Mateta, basically, in that obviously duel. So yeah, we'll see how that gets on. In terms of the players on the bench, so we've got Mudos, Donovan, and Wan-Bissaka, who's currently flagged. So yeah, I'm not going to decide to play Munos because of the fixture. I don't think Crystal Palace keep a clean sheet. Maybe we'll see a goal for Crystal Palace, but an attack and return from Munos, maybe, but definitely not a clean sheet. So I'm going to leave him on the bench for this week. Hopefully it doesn't backfire on me because I've seen Liverpool sort of concede goals here and there against teams. In terms of the transfer moves, though, let's move on to that. So here you go. So the obvious transfer move is going to be Rodgers. I gave him one last chance against Sunderland. Nothing at all different with Aston Villa. Very shocking start for them. Never saw it coming. But the player I'm going to bring in
Wait, how
is
many transfers do you have? You've done one already, right?
yeah. I had 2 free transfers this week. I used one on the goalkeeper, and I have one left to use to take out Rodgers. And the player I'm going to bring in for him is going to be Reinders for Man City, who has Burnley at home.
Mhm.
Obviously, the move it is cheaper. Obviously, Reinders at 5.6. I do want to get him in before he has more price rises through the season, and he does save me a lot of money as well, 1.8 million to spend elsewhere. And I think if Hardman continues on this trajectory of goals, I think it's going to help having every single penny I have in the budget by team to obviously afford him in as less moves as possible. So I am working my way towards maybe having the same as Huss, having Haaland and Salah in the same team. But for the current moment, I'll have to go with that because I have 0 transfers. I don't want to be taking any hits to bring a player in this early in the season. So that is what my transfer moves are going to be for this week.
Okay. Some comments here. Manish, welcome to the chat. Anthony from Burnley is good. Also, sell Rogers next week. Get Ndai or Anthony for Rogers as well, says Manish. So a couple of comments there. Obviously, you've gone with Reinders. I have
Yeah.
Reinders myself. I think it's a good pick with the fixture coming up. Burnley at home. Man City at home, you'd expect them to get the job done. So yeah, we'll see how that goes as well. I expect Man City to sort of win as well. I want to look at the fixtures as well for game week 6 quickly. If it lets us, my bad. Fixtures. We've got Monday Night Football
Yeah, Monday
this
Night
week.
Football.
All right. So early kickoff, we've got Brentford at home to Man United. Man United had back-to-back wins, is it? I believe. For the first time in ages.
Yeah, whether they are obviously wins that you think are convincing, it's a win nonetheless for Man United. So yeah, it's good to see them on a bit of a win.
Yeah, the red card definitely helped.
Yes.
You'd say changed the game, but obviously it
although,
was a clear red.
yeah, although the Casemiro red card didn't help the
Yeah.
situation of winning that game, it could have gone.
Yeah, I couldn't believe what he decided to do.
No.
You've got what 4 3 p.m. kickoffs as well. Not Crystal Palace. You've got Chelsea, Brighton, Crystal Palace, Liverpool. The 2 games at 3, and then you've got Leeds, Bournemouth, and then City and Burnley. So a couple of nice games there. I'll be keeping an eye obviously on Liverpool. Chelsea Brighton could be a good one. João Pedro against his former club. And Man City, Haaland will be popular captain, I think, this week. A lot of people will go there. So again, I'll be waiting. I'll be interested to see how Haaland gets on, and I will be bringing him in. And then at 5:30, you've got Forest and Sunderland. Sunderland, very impressive start to the season for a newly promoted team. I think they actually could potentially survive the way they've been looking and then stay up.
I am intrigued to see how Nottingham Forest get on with that game because obviously they're now playing midweek. They played yesterday against Royal Betis. Obviously they drew in that game. Good performance though from them. We'll be interested to see how they cope against obviously Sunderland playing again 3 days from now.
Yep. And then obviously you've got Spurs and Wolves, 8 p.m. and should be a good one. I'd expect Spurs to win that comfortably. I think that we can see goals in this one. I think Spurs can maybe put a couple past Wolves. Spurs have had a good start to the season as well. I think fair to say. I think they're second or third at the moment. I am going to bring in Xavi Simons, assuming he's fit. I'll be keeping an eye on that game to see how Spurs get on. And then moving on to Sunday's fixtures? Yes. We've got 2 games on Sunday. Villa Newcastle is I think it's a tough game for Villa the way they've started the season. No goal, 1 goal, I think, no wins. So yeah, they have to start winning games, and they are struggling. And Emery is under a bit of pressure, I think. But
yeah, do you think Emery's in trouble?
I say it's a bit early still, but yeah, if they don't if they get like this and it's in December, etc., he could be in some trouble. Yeah, but I think for now, I think they're fine. But yeah, they need to definitely start picking up the form, and Watkins and Rogers, etc., have to start scoring. Big game as well. I think the game of the weekend, I think for me, Newcastle and Arsenal away as well. 4:30 kickoff, so sort of under the lights.
Yeah,
Um,
it's gonna be.
I can see, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, I am looking at if Liverpool manage to somehow win against Palace, I can see Arsenal potentially dropping points in this one, maybe a draw. And I don't know what that
Yeah.
means for the title race, etc. But I think that's a very tough game for Arsenal.
Do you know why it's even more tougher for Arsenal now? Because obviously Madueke's out for 2 weeks,
2 months.
was it 2 months?
Yeah, he's a
Oh wow!
serious or fairly serious one. Yeah.
When I heard it was 2 weeks, but 2 months. Yeah, that's obviously very bad news because you've seen how attacking Madueke is on that right hand side. It causes a lot of trouble for teams in terms of
Yep.
crossing the ball in, and yeah, obviously without that, Arsenal just look flat. They don't look like they're going to score from open play.
Did you watch Arsenal play yesterday against Port Vale? I didn't watch it.
No, I missed obviously that game last. I know Eze was player of the match in that.
Yeah, he
one.
scored against Port
Yeah,
Vale. Let us know how Arsenal played, guys. I heard they wasn't amazing, but obviously Port Vale,
yeah,
they had a rotated team. You'd expect Arsenal to win, but yeah, that game's interesting. Newcastle Arsenal. I will definitely be watching that one. I think.
yeah. There's
if
going
I
to be a
get
lot
time.
of drama. I think. Don't be surprised if Arsenal don't get a good result out of that game.
And if they don't and Liverpool win, then I think it's
There you go. You said
yeah,
the title's done already.
it's a must win. I think it's a must win for Arsenal personally,
Well, yeah,
especially if Liverpool win.
Yeah, because Liverpool haven't lost a single game so far this season, and Arsenal need to pick up the slack, or they're just going to keep falling behind Liverpool, and there's no other team going to catch them. So,
Yeah.
what'd you say then? Title done.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see on Sunday. And then Everton and West Ham Monday night football. I expect Everton to probably win this game pretty comfortably. You know, West Ham also another team that have started the season pretty poorly. I will be bringing in Dewsbury Hall, so I hope he can get something for me in this one. But yeah, Everton have started the season well. I know they didn't win against Liverpool, but in the second half they performed well against Liverpool. You know, they sort of performed better. It was at Anfield, it was also a tough game for them, Merseyside derby. And Everton look a lot better this season than they have in the previous couple of years. So yeah, good things from them, and I see them winning. But yeah, some decent fixtures this game week. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes, and I'm sure we'll hopefully we can have a better week, because the game week 5 was probably one of the worst weeks I've had in a long time in FPL. So
yeah, especially if you had Sanchez as a goalkeeper as well, with that red card early on in the Man United game.
Yeah, I can't believe what he did when he came out and sort of decided to just foul. Well, who was it? Was it
It was
Bruno?
Burma.
Burmo, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, goal opportunity, straight red, but fortunately, it's only one match back, so you could afford to keep him, play another person if you have another goalkeeper for a week. We'll go without one for a week, and then he'll be back.
Yeah. Got another comment, FPL Hippie from Blue Sky here. Welcome, mate. Hope you're well. And yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the content, don't forget to hit the like button as always. Make sure you stay subscribed to the channel, and also make sure you hit the like button. There's a lot of content to come. Obviously, channel has rebranded. I plan to be a lot more consistent with the content in terms of the football stuff, the football side of things. The FPL content will still be there. But yeah, sorry you haven't seen much videos from me lately. But yeah, we will be doing more content on the channel, so keep an eye out on that one. Hit the notification bell as well.
And if you want to join the mini league, it is in the banner down below and in the description as well. So yeah, the auto join link's in the description. And if you want to, obviously join the mini league if you want to compete with the rest of us and see who wins. Obviously, that at the end of the season.
Yep. But that's it from us now, guys. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you on the next one. Take care and enjoy your evening.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Take care. See you on the next one.